Hello, beautiful soul. Welcome to your reading. If you're new here, I am Divine Light and I'm so happy you have joined me today. In this reading, we will dive into the energies of your next 7 days with a general overview. We're going to start out with a coffee cup. Then I'm going to do an angel tarot reading. We're going to look into the current situation in your life and how it's going to be progressing this week and what's going to be happening. And maybe further on there. And by the way, if you go on to enjoy this message, don't forget to give some love, hit subscribe. That's the best and the free way to support the channel. You can give this one a like, share it with your loved ones if you think it's going to resonate with them as well. By the way, if you're interested in a private reading, I have my email in the description box below. You can just send me an email. I respond to it as soon as possible. All right, let's dive into it. I'm using here crystal quartz because I feel like some of us need clarity, so we can infuse this reading with clarity. We can get some answers going. I see someone here. Initially, when I was pulling, holding it down, you can see there's someone's hand over a person. But when I pull it up, I see here, it was actually holding really tightly, by the way. You see there's some tears of joy popped out of your cup. I see 1, 2, 3 different good news. 4 and the 5th is in my hand. On my hand. So this can be indicative of 4 different good stuff happening for you, unexpectedly coming your way. And these are small blessings. They're not really massive, but I feel like these are signs for you, like divine signs and symbols, letting you know that what you desire, what you request right now from the divine, it's ready to be packed and sent to you. Okay, so another thing though, because it is a very potent time, meaning if you wish something bad for anyone, that can also happen as well. So be careful, not to them, because you know what we actually put out there, that's exactly what we give back. If you wish something bad for someone, God forbid, that can come back. Okay, so make sure that your focus is on the things that you want to achieve rather than the things you do not want to happen. Or maybe if sometimes you might feel really angry about certain people, which happens to the best of us, but this doesn't mean that we should be cursing them or sending them bad vibes, because there's a lesson that we need to learn in that situation, and they're probably coming in as angelic beings in that format to reflect it back to us so we can heal that situation. Okay, I see right here, same, like I told you, there's someone like looking here, they have like a mohawk, looks like a very tall person, kind of looks like someone at the end of a pathway, or they are blocking a pathway for you. This is the end of the week and you're right here. Looks like either masculine or feminine. They have both features here. This person's staring at a child right there, and you have a cover over you protecting this child. The child can be in the literal sense. Maybe you have a child in your life and there is a person who has a mohawk, can be representative of this person being out of the norm, someone who likes to get a lot of attention on themselves, and someone maybe against the grain, but they're also straight as an arrow too in some areas of their life. So what they're doing, they know what they're doing exactly. Okay, when they're actually going against certain things, they know what they're exactly doing there. It's intentional. And you're here under the covers, maybe protecting a child. This can be protecting something that you have created, maybe a new idea. This can be about like maybe a book that you're writing, a project that you're working on, like something that is new, baby, like maybe even a toddler, 3 years old maybe, or 2 or 3. You're trying to protect this idea and you have this invisibility cloak over you. So you might be thinking they're out there to get me. They're not gonna, if you do not really make yourself seen and known by reacting to their situation, they're not gonna really see you. Okay, so if you're feeling a little intense about that, you don't need to for this timeline, for this next 7 days. I see there's a tears of joy coming forward, and outside good news again can be coming. There's a pathway opening. Maybe someone is traveling towards you from another city or a state or another country. They're coming forward, but this is like a very light energy. I feel like this is not really someone that close to your heart, or not like a best friend. However, their existence, them arriving next to you, is going to really change your aura. It's going to give you some life. Okay, they might even bring some small gifts to you. When we get back inside of the cup, I see there's a male figure here. He's holding, I thought it was a candle first, but he's holding a fairy in his hand. And the letter I is in here too. Ines, maybe Ida. There's this lady. Ina Garden. I love her show. So maybe Ina, that can be a name too. So it can be in the name of the fairy. Fairy can be someone really colorful, artistic. This kind of looks like Ina Garden as well here. A little bit, not too much, but a little bit. So with the short haircut. The thing is, there is a salamander here. So the person holding down the fairy can be an air sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. We see the salamander in the picture with the King of Wands. So this can be someone older or more mature and adventurous. The thing is, the fairy can be their muse. Okay, maybe if this is the I is in your name, this can be you are their muse. However, it seems like they're holding you down a little bit. Okay, and I see there are two people here now. There's like an older woman and a younger woman, and this person can be working with feminine energy all the time. This can be a coach, maybe someone who coaches women, or this can be someone like working in that kind of female feminine environment, and you are their muse. It seems like, I feel like this is a creative environment and you're their muse, you are their inspiration. However, you might feel a little trapped in that position, in that situation, because even though maybe like this is something that is providing you good stuff, but not really satisfying you at the end of the day, because you want some freedom. It seems like here though, now there's some movement happening. I see number 5. Number 5 symbolizes, not exactly number 5 though, this kind of looks like a letter F. Also like a building which is missing, maybe with a terrace. Can be something like that, the 5th floor maybe of something. Seems like here you're finding a way to get out of there, because number 5, let's get to that as well, indicates adventure and travel. So you might get some idea to get out of that space. The travel can be maybe you're going for shopping, leaving that space for something. But I see there's a dog waiting for you out there. So you might meet in that like freedom area. When you're free, you're doing things you like. You might meet someone who's loyal to you, okay? And this can be someone who's going to guide you towards a new direction here. There's a pathway, like a new small pathway opening here. There's a door locked that you're going to maybe get the key from them. And that can give you an idea to maybe, instead of being the muse for something or someone, you creating your own thing. Okay, can be, I know this is for the next 7 days, so you can start this today, that the inspiration is going to start coming, and then you're going to start building on this thing rather than just feeling trapped in that space. Okay, there might be new inspiration coming in, ideas flowing in, and then you're going to start to work with them. Another thing here is I see an older lady, as you can see. Also, there's a pathway. I told you, okay, the person standing there. There's an old lady here. She has a stick in her hand, and like, I don't know what she's doing. Is this like a bucket of water? Maybe this is a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Older person. This person is hardworking, like putting a lot of effort into something, and they are actually staring at a queen right here, a queen bee, maybe a hardworking, an assistance of a hardworking person. This person has like a bucket of water, like a bucket of something, a blessing in their hand, and they're handing it over to you. The queen bee can be your energy here. I know this is very feminine here. Maybe if you're a masculine male figure, this can be a queen bee is someone that you have in your life having an upgrade. And there's a person right behind, like a male figure, the mustache, maybe a masculine figure you are. There's someone who's getting a blessing. Maybe like she's handing over her position to her, or something valuable to her, and you are right behind there. You're not really left out. There's like a couple I see here, and even like there's a hug happening in between them. So this can also be, if you don't have anyone in your life, when you decide to take charge of like a situation in a powerful position, you might also get someone supporting you. Initially, this person can show up as a friend and to support you, and then it can develop from there. But I feel this week is going to be about just the new beginning of things. It's not going to be like a growing or developing things. This is about like planting the first seeds. Another person I see here is someone looks like they're like a nose is bleeding. Like under the lady here. This can be someone getting jealous. Okay, that's like a maybe a reaction to the jealousy. So this might be someone, a masculine figure, who's waiting for the things to come to them. However, they're not going to receive that, and it can cause like a nosebleed, or maybe it can cause for them to like create some tension in that space. Okay, but that's not really affecting you, because I see there's like maybe this is the 5th day of the week or the 4th day. There's a clear, clean area opening up for you, okay? But moving on from there, during the weekend, some of you, I don't know if this is like the mountains, the houses, the suburbs, there's like home over home, like they're like a very crowded environment. Is this like a street fair, business fair, maybe even like a really crowded city that you're going to be stepping in, and there's going to be a lot of action happening there. This can be even going to the town, the city, to shopping and see what's happening. And some of you might be shopping homes, because I keep seeing like homes. There's a home right there. There's a home right there. I see 2 doors on this one, 2 doors on this one, and there's 1 door here. This kind of looks like a chateau, basically a tower, and somebody's crying on top of the tower right there. Maybe somebody's actually doesn't want to sell the house, but because maybe they can't afford it anymore, that's why they're selling it. So it seems like a lot of action happening. The first one I saw right there kind of has a crown inside of it. And it looks like a W. That can be like the king, the jewel that you're looking for. Okay, that's going to be the place that you are actually going to feel satisfied. This can even be like the simplest thing. Maybe you want to explore a new restaurant. Maybe you're a Taurus, you love food. The Taurus that I know, they enjoy their food very much, and they like to explore new places. And so it can be like exploration of a new restaurant for yourself. Maybe you are actually planning to move and looking houses on the weekend, new places for yourself. It can be indicative of that as well. It seems like the first day of the weekend, there's going to be busy, like maybe Saturday, Friday. Saturday, you're going to have a lot of busyness. But the thing is, Sunday, I see a V right here. You're going to do something that will make you feel really victorious. Another thing I saw, like I told you, there's someone getting like uncomfortable about you getting a support and position. I see this person is like maybe creating a little scenery, but they're still under your level. You're on top of them. Like you might hear about it. You might not see what they're creating, that tension that they're creating, but you might hear about that. Oh, this person did that, after she did this and this and that. That can be like the gossip traveling around. I see letter R here. This can have a significant meaning in your life. And I also see the queen again. There is a queen right there with the white hair. Maybe there's someone wise, feminine, female character is coming forward to give you some advice, okay? Let's dive into your soul now. If you have a specific question, a desire, and intention, hold it in your mind. Let's see what the answer is going to be for that. There's a strong protection shield around you. So even if, like I said, if something's, even a drama is happening, you're going to hear about it. You're not going to see it. There are 2 different desires merging into one, of tuning fork. They're actually creating a tuning fork right here. The tuning fork symbolizes actually tuning in. The things are tuning, meaning if you had anything out of chord right now, that's going back to the tune. And then it is coming forward. But then it's gonna get back to the tune. That is gonna take for a while to adjust. And as soon as it adjusts, and then your desire is actually flowing really beautifully and easily. Towards the weekend, I see a fish here wearing a crown. That can be a Pisces, a queen or a king of Pisces, like a king of cups or a queen of cups. Someone loving, supportive, compassionate. I see a letter E here. This person might be showing up to come forward and maybe have some communications with you. They might be carrying a scale. So if there is something that you're deserving of, like the justice that I'm looking at her right now for this deck, that we have her. This is justice. She's carrying scale. So maybe there's someone who's going to balance the books out here. And I was looking, actually, I don't know how I come across that information. I read a lot. The other day, I saw that Libra actually means the scales in ancient Greek. So that's why now, like, it makes sense to me. Libra is not star constellation only. It also means the scales balancing things out. So this Pisces, this fish might also have some Libra or maybe like balancing energies within them. So if there's a wrong happened, because I see there's some darkness here, even though you know in your deep down in your heart that things are working out for you, you might feel still like not having clarity about a situation. This person is going to bring the clarity, the justice, and they're going to do what's right. And I see there's a ring behind them. So they might even do like a sign a commitment letter with you. Another thing I see, there's like a magician standing here. He has like he's working on something with his big hat. Magician can be a Virgo or a Gemini. Outside of your comfort zone, maybe someone is actually making things happen close to you. However, you're not allowing them into your space because you're trying to make sure what they're doing is solid. Okay. So you might allow them to come in, but there's still some time. And I see there's like a flat, like there's an elephant laying down flat in front of you. Maybe there was a financial opportunity you have taken, but it didn't really get off the floor. Maybe that's why you're just waiting for them to come up with like a solid thing first. Another thing I see is there's a letter G right there. G, the gravity, or maybe genie. It can be someone's first name or the last name. And I see G, M, Megan, maybe. Can be someone's name. And what's happening here is there's a masculine and a feminine figure. Masculine figure's eyes are tied. They're having a conversation. And I see there's a heart, two hearts forming right there. So this can be two people coming together and starting to form a communication line. Like maybe they're going to agree upon some things. They're not really attached to each other, but they're all smiling. So I feel like this can be a new relationship forming. There is someone here, kind of looks like a Frankenstein's monster who has like a number 8 around their head. Frankenstein was the doctor's name. The monster is the creature he created. So this can be something that you're working on. Maybe it didn't really turn out the way or pretty that you want it to be, but it has the number 8 attached to it. I feel like this has material satisfaction potential. It can bring some material satisfaction because it's attached to its ear. But you might need to adjust some things. And don't take it in the sense of like the Frankenstein was a terrible monster. Not that. He actually did whatever is available to him. So maybe I keep giving the example of candles because I love watching like candle making videos on Instagram and stuff. Maybe you have an idea of creating a candle business, but it didn't really come out the way you want it to be. And you need to test things out. You need to change things around the formulas. So that can be calling for you to, just ease your heart. Do not stress out. There are ways that you can handle it. You can switch it around. And when you do, it can create number 8, which is material satisfaction, giving and receiving something in return can come forward. Okay. Let's get to your tarot now. We're going to start with what's happening, the situation at this moment. And then we're going to see what action you should be taking and the outcome will be, okay? Let's see. I'm using here this angel decks from Redley Valentine. I really like his decks because I feel like they all have very high energy. The situation is we have Knight of Raphael, Cups energy, emotional satisfaction. Someone maybe romantic, dramatic, poetic, and introspective. Someone forward. You see the white horse? This person can be someone even have this like very light energy, beautiful energy. And we have the Staff of Hermes, which is now it's used for the medicine as a symbol. So someone healing coming forward. That's the situation. This can also be a good offer coming into your life now. He's not carrying the cup in this picture, but in the original tarot, we see the guy is carrying the cup, which shows the offer that the cup is full, that really wants to fulfill you. Committed romantic relationships, being swept off your feet, situations or topics that make your heart flutter, and we can focus on that part of it as well. The situation is something that will really excite you coming forward here this week, and you might skip it as something boring because you might get fearful about it. This can be about love. That's why I feel like that can be scary if you haven't experienced something really authentic for some while. This can feel a little scary. That's why even though it's something joyful, you might take it as something really intense and that adrenaline rush can make you feel like you're in danger. But if you're in true danger, you know what to do, to call who, that's not what I mean. I mean, this is someone safe, someone, like I said, romantic, poetic, and one of the calmest, basically, when we look at the whole deck compared to other signs. These ones are the like Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio are the calmest ones. And we saw the Pisces king or queen in your plate right there. So this can be that Pisces energy coming forward, which is a very gentle soul. Most of the time, Pisces are very gentle souls, okay? And coming with very enthusiastic attitude with a white horse, which symbolizes that he's bringing peace, he or she. What you should be doing at this moment, Magician. So your attitude, your approach to the situation is going to turn things around. If you can say, no, I don't want that, go away, it can be something that is going to go away, because the Magician has a lot of power. He can make things, break things, he can build things, he can destruct things. You see that he's playing with the energy, all the chakra colors. So he's not playing with materials, meaning like he's not really building or destructing with a hammer or like a bigger things like a nail. He's doing things with energy. So with your attitude, your approach to the situation, that you're going to either manifest your heart's desire or push it away, okay? You can manifest the life you want. What you need will magically appear, successful beginnings. That's what's coming forward. And I feel like your action point is, because this is upright, you're going to do what is right here, okay? What feels good to you, what is actually your intuitive guidance is leading you towards. And the outcome is Queen of Gabriel, which is actually an authority position, a strong position. You might really, when you accept the offer or when you jump into this new thing with a positive energy, this can put you in a very positive, upgraded, and a higher position. Queen of Gabriel, this is Queen of Wands energy. She makes her moves in silence. She's strong, powerful, respected, and she doesn't care about what people think about her. Do we have the black cat? We don't have the black cat. We have this beautiful cat right here. And so she doesn't really mind what people thinks about her, because she has a purpose. She moves with purpose. So this is actually the position that you're going to come. And when you accept the offer, when you look at it in a positive way and transform it, alchemize it, you're going to gain a lot of power here. Maybe independency, passionate, charming, brilliant, and independent position you're going to be sitting this throne. You can do anything right now. Go after what you want, the ability to attract helpful people. And okay, now this makes sense, because on the bottom, in the shadow side, this is telling me Six of Pentacles energy, that you're going to receive help. When you stand in your confidence, I feel like when you start seeing the results of your heart's desire, even the signs and symbols, you're going to understand that you're on the right path. You're going to stand in that confidently. And the Six of Pentacles is actually your material needs getting fulfilled in a magical and unexpected way. So you're going to start receiving beautiful blessings, acts of kindness, giving or receiving with a grateful heart. So it's not only receiving, though, it is going to also give you the chance to help others. Okay, I see on the bottom we have, what else? Okay, we have two kings. I saw the Emperor, King of Swords, and the Ace of Wands. This can be two. One of them is very stoic personality, King of Swords. The other one is a very passionate leader who has also creative approach to situations. Coming forward here, maybe you're going to start working on something really passionate with these people. I see 4 of Wands. It seems like it's not going to be halfway. You're going to complete that too, okay? Let's see what else is here with the Knight of Raphaels. Who is this person? What's happening there? Okay, it seems like here, either this is your attitude that you are actually doing everything in your hand in order to gain success in something, and it's not really working in the way that you anticipated. You know why? Because you're breaking these people's hearts here. So it seems like the Knight of Raphaels on the shadow side, I see Ace of Pentacles. This is probably about money or material satisfaction, or maybe a position that you're fighting for at work. Knight of Raphaels can be coming with a peace offer and telling you, okay, let's do it in a different way, okay? But what you do is you're holding back again. You're holding back your feelings, maybe because I feel now maybe you have been attacked in that position. That's why you have a certain attitude, which is acceptable in that case. It seems like the shadow side of it is this is something material. But the Four of Pentacles comes with a warning too, because what he does here, he has the whole world behind him, but he's not seeing that. What he's doing is, first of all, stepping on something in my culture is actually shows disrespect. So that's why like everything is lifted up. Special books and stuff are always above like the head's level, the shoulder level. We keep them there. So stepping on something means that while you are really holding on and going through a certain pathway, you're disrespecting the things that you desire. That's what money is here. The Pentacles represents that. The things that you're desiring requires a little bit more gentleness and tactfulness. You're holding on to one and you're leaving one out in the open so anyone can take it. Okay? So this indicates that you need to reconsider how you are determining things, how you are actually holding on to certain things, or how you are letting go of certain things so freely, okay? And I feel like Knight of Cups, Knight of Raphael's coming forward to actually maybe even change your way of looking at things. Let's see what the Magician does here. So when you start to alchemize things, start to make things happen, the Devil, maybe the thoughts that are bothering you coming forward, okay? The thoughts can be, let's put some evil eye onto it so it doesn't affect you that much. Devil is thinking in a negative way. Okay, oh, it's not going to work out. It doesn't matter what I do. It never works out. And what happens is Devil is those thoughts coming forward. And every time you recognize those thoughts, you're stepping on the seeds that you're planting here. You see there's a new seed that you planted here. You keep stepping on them. Okay, Devil is actually... basically, this is what I learned from the Devil. Devil doesn't have a hand. Devil doesn't have his own, like, anyways, he doesn't have a body that he can actually come in between us and the certain situation and act. What he can do is he can whisper into our ear and he can really change our attitude and makes us act towards the things that, like, against the things that we want. So if that's the case, if you're hearing, every time you're hearing this criticizing voice telling you it's not going to happen, everything's going too bad, whatever it is, it's your job to shoo that devil away and listen to the angel speaks to you from the other side. We have here Seven of Cups. When the devil, maybe those kind of thoughts can come in and confuse you a little bit, but also maybe you are only focused on something, creating some material satisfaction, but the devil can come in and tell you, oh no, focus on other things too. Look at that thing, look at this thing, look at that thing as well. Look at all these things happening at the same time. You cannot look at the politics, look at this, look at that. But the thing is though, what's your main purpose right now? If you cannot hold 7 things in your mind, hold on to one, okay? Because you're coming up as a magician and the King of Pentacles. So you're going to manifest all the resources and the stability that you're desiring if you can focus yourself into one direction, okay? And the outcome is Six of Pentacles again. I feel like here, whatever that is whatever you're in need of will be coming forward. It's going to be coming ahead and satisfying you in the best way possible, materialistically. And what else we have here? We have Ace of Cups. Can be even something emotionally satisfying coming your way, okay? Emotionally satisfying, a new offer, a new love offer. And I wanted to tell you this, but I just hold myself back. Now I'm thinking you might be manifesting something material at this moment. However, it might show up in the format of love. It might show up in the format of friendship, something emotionally satisfying. And you might be thinking, that's not what I'm manifesting. I want something different. And just that can lock you in a box. That can actually limit your mind and thinking pattern and maybe make you obsess about the things that you desire. However, when you are in flow of life, not rejecting anything, accepting everything and moving on, flowing with the river of life, you're going to get results better than ever. And everything will be fulfilled. Not only like a material satisfaction, also emotional satisfaction are coming forward, okay? I want to pull one more further assistance for this week, guys. Let's see what Nature Spirits wants to tell you this time. By the way, I start posting the October readings. Go ahead and check yours if you haven't checked already. And we have keep going. Trust in yourself. You have all you need. Okay? Exactly. The Magician makes the things happen. You already have what you need and keep going. Even if it's thoughts and the confusion comes forward, push it to the side. Put an evil eye on it and say, go away. Okay? All right, guys, that's all for today. I would like to thank you for joining me, and I wish you a magical day. Bye. Hey, beautiful, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel.